Hi, my darlings. How are we doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mandi. This is Mandi with a Third Eye. And tonight's reading, we are just going to do, what do we need to know right now? What pressing message does Spirit have for us? So go ahead and pick a pile, and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, pile one. If you chose this big piece of flint, then this is your reading. All about what you need to know right now. So I'm going to, I've already pre-shuffled some cards, but I'm going to shuffle a couple more. Okay. Past for pile one. Whew, guys. They're like, you need a smoke cleanse, girl. Present. And future. Okay. Damn. Okay, pile one. So right now I feel like we're going through a bit of a shakeup. We have 3 cards of new beginnings here. We have just so you know, I'm not making anything up. New beginnings, beginning a new cycle. Okay, so her energy right now is that we've begun this new beginning, and we are beginning to, like, our entire world, it's like we're beginning to create this new world for ourselves. But there is still this energy of being trapped in fear. Now, let me first say, you've done a ton of work, okay? You've already done a ton of work, so yay you, okay? This is just, keep in mind as well that this is just our current energy right now, the pile that we're picking. So you might be having kind of like a little bit of an off day, or like a kind of day. But we're going through this huge shakeup, this huge transition, and there's just a little bit of us that is afraid to just go for it. It might just be that we're tired. It might just be fatigue. It might be old habit. It might be the people that we're around. It might be our circumstances. It might be external circumstances. But there's just a little bit of something here that keeps us from moving forward. We've already started this new beginning, okay? So this isn't like, you've done a great job, okay? This is just your current energy of kind of like, and I feel like you know this. I feel like you kind of know that you're in this energy of like just kind of wanting to get there, but not knowing necessarily how to go from A to B, but you know that, like, it's just like it's not a comfortable time, you know, because it's almost like you're rediscovering yourself. In the past, I feel like there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, but that you really got on your horse and you were like, I'm going to do this. I know it's scary to move forward. I know you probably, I mean, we've got, you know, see how she's like looking off into, I actually don't, usually I see it as her looking off into the future, but I actually see this as her looking back for whatever reason. And I feel like with this 9 here, I feel like she's just closed out a lot of cycles. You could be male, female, doesn't matter. But I feel like there was some past energy, some bittersweetness, some longing, some pining, some remembering the glory days, some just that nostalgia of the good times, but also that comfortability of what we know to be true about ourselves, like the comfortability of habit and of comfort and of, you know, those vices, those addictions, those ways of thinking that just make us feel comfortable because that's what we know or that's what we knew. But the thing is, we've outgrown that because we are on this new beginning thrice. Okay, you've already, like, the past energy is new beginnings, so you've already begun it. So that's very exciting. Right now, it just kind of feels like, okay, like I don't know what's happening. But I want you to know that in the future, we've got the Chariot card here, and that's just like huge, exciting, you know, going forward, going for it all, just being very driven and balanced. And I feel like right now, the most important thing is to really strip down all that is not important from your life. Be in stillness as much as you can. Do your best with all that wisdom that you've acquired along the way to kind of calm yourself, relax yourself, so that you can kind of get into a really solid knowing with spirit of like what your next steps are. Because there's definitely answers that we want here, like how to move forward. When does this happen? How do I progress? You know, it's a lot because we're creating this new life. So Spirit just wants you to know that the more quiet and the more still you can be, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we don't need to like charge into anything. Okay, eventually we will get on our horse. Okay, I'm thinking like springtime with all these like flowers, spring, and in, you know, pagan tradition or like the natural cyclical cycles of our year, winter is for hibernating. Winter is for slowing down. Winter is for eating root vegetables and watching the snowfall and, you know, bundling up and feeling nice and cozy and reflecting. And I think it's really important to take this time to reflect so that when we are in that energy of spring, that we really can get on our horse and just go for it. So get yourself into stillness, into quiet. Use all that wisdom to just know that things are going to be okay. I know, but to know as best you can that things are going to be okay, to take it one day at a time, to trust that your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your crossed over loved ones, everybody on your team has got your back. They really want you to simplify your life right now. I feel like you're about to really go forward on this new journey. And I feel like things are going to be moving very, very quickly for you. But in the meantime, to strip away everything that doesn't matter and to simplify your life. And I feel like for some of you, there could potentially be a move. I mean, I don't like to throw that around lightly, but like a move or some travel or something where to get rid of all the crap that you don't need anymore. If there's anything like laying around, anything you've been meaning to get through, old papers, like try and simplify your life as much as possible. Maybe that's ordering a meal service. Maybe that's getting into a good solid routine to work out, to get up early to meditate, or just something that's like, I feel like we don't want to spend our time in past energy. So moving forward, just put all of your energy into what is the most important thing. And right now that's stillness, that's quiet, that's slowing down, because things are going to move very quickly. And Spirit wants you balanced, and they want you in a solid foundation of like wisdom and balance, so that when you take off, you'll stay on your horse. Okay. Yeah, we have 10 of Pentacles here, darling. Okay, 10 of Pentacles. That is a card of, and I think that's why there's so much stress. And not that I'm getting like a ton of stress, but no, there's some stress. There's some stress, I'm not gonna lie. Because this is a big fucking time in your life. These are 3 major arcana cards. We've got the Fool, we've got the Tower, we've got the Chariot, okay? This is a big shakeup. And it's scary to like move forward and to kind of feel like, you know, who are we now? But I feel like you know what's coming. This is 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is all about our legacy, you know, money, financial stability. It's kind of hitting, you know, the end of your road and looking back on your life and being like, damn, like I created all of that. And so I think you know where you're headed, and I think you know what you're manifesting, and I think you know what you want. So it's kind of like, how do I get from A to Z? And Spirit's like, just, you know, chill for right now, hibernate. It's not stagnation. Okay. It's not stagnant energy. We're just, like still stripping away old remnants of ourselves as we begin to walk. It's almost like walking in the hot sun and like slowly taking off clothes or something. It's like, ooh, you still got clothes to take off. Old parts of yourself that we're moving, like we're just to get naked and vulnerable, to get to, you know, give ourselves this fresh start. I feel like I say this all the time, but anything you can do to get out in nature, to open up that heart chakra so that we're able to receive. I feel like for some of us, we might really be very action oriented, like, you know, very type A, like, okay, like I just need a plan. And then when I have a plan, I can go from A to B to da, 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 like, you know, like you want to have answers, but Spirit's like, it's going to be an intuitive feeling into the next step and the next step and the next step. You're being guided, I promise. Malachite would be a great stone to work with. It's a, you know, for the heart chakra, it's a stone that always for me is connecting to nature, but it's also got a lot of other great properties. It's not too super expensive or anything. And then the other little piece of guidance here is to just use your mind wisely. There's so much wisdom that you've acquired. So much wisdom is required, and so much wisdom you have acquired. And part of the past and like looking back, you know, looking back on the glory days, the good old times, who you used to be. And this energy of like feeling trapped, like not knowing how to move forward, not knowing how to fully get out there into the world. A lot of that is just habitual mindset of like how we talk to ourselves. And I think it's really important to pump yourself up every day. So it's like this quiet stillness energy, but that inner cheerleader needs to be loud. That inner cheerleader, that inner child, you know, we need to like pump ourselves up for that little kid within us, because that little kid within us is scared. And they're like, I'm excited that we're finally doing something fun, but how do I move forward? You know, I'm scared. And I think it's really important to just talk to yourself really, really positively, love yourself. And it's really so easy, you know, because it's habit to slip back into that mindset of like, well, nothing's going to change. You know, I'm just sitting here letting the time pass and da, 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 you know, which is so hard. And believe me, I get it. I'm just going to spray for all of us right now. Okay. Totally get it. But you're doing so good. You're doing so good. So good. You're doing amazing. And I think it's just really hard for you. Like I'm getting a little bit of my dad energy, who like, he can't sit still and he's just like, you know, he's got to go, go, go. And so I think it's really hard for you to sit still, and it's really hard for you to not have like an action plan and to not be doing something. And even if you love meditation, it's just like, I want the plan because I want to get to this as fast as possible. So if we can, and Spirit's like, this is part of the journey. Like the stars are aligning, that takes time. I get it. So hard. But you truly, truly are doing such an amazing job. So let's just see, like, what is this awesome outcome for my pile ones? What outcome? Okay. Right now, they're not talking to me about the outcome, by the way, as they like to do. Well, we know the outcome. This is a very successful outcome. Okay, we've got triumph, 10 of pentacles. Like, you're good. You're good. But what we're doing right now is manifesting. And we're manifesting reciprocity in our lives. We're manifesting, we're finally like this, we're getting into an energy of receiving. Before, we were very much into a hustle mentality of get it done, get it done, get it done. And very much in our masculine energy of like conquer, you know, do all the lists, do the things, like be the champion, which is great during war. But it's winter and we're hibernating. So you deserve really good things. And I feel like this time right now is for you to balance mentally and to get into the habit of really affirming what you believe about yourself, being in your confident energy. Anything that has not given back to you is off the table. Like it's just no more. And so I feel like Spirit wants you to believe more, like to believe that you're worth more than breadcrumbs. There's definitely an energy of you looking back in the past in some way. This could be career, things not working out. It could be family stuff. It could be relationship stuff. But there's something in our past that made us feel less than, that made us feel not good enough. And Spirit wants us to break those chains of feeling attached to something, to break those chains of feeling less than, and instead to manifest this amazing, beautiful Queen of Wands energy, which is somebody that is fun, passionate, energetic, a leader, fiery, sociable, inspirational, spiritual, deeply spiritual. And that's where you're headed. Like, I think in the past, part of this new beginning was letting go of situations, things, people, relationships that didn't give back to us. And now we are manifesting a really vibrant future where we feel good about ourselves and we are just like on top of the world. There is beautiful success here, you guys. I think you're just coming to me at a day where you're just feeling kind of like, meh, this discontent and boredom. Okay, I think you're just kind of like, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of waiting. And believe me, you guys, I get it. I get it so hard. Also look up what Flint means. Sometimes I feel like I picked these stones for a reason. I have no idea. I don't remember what this is anymore. But yeah, I'm so proud of you, Pile 1. You've done so much work. You've truly like grown. You've already done all the hard things. Now we just get to wait, which can feel like, but you've got this, and just trust that there is so much beautiful blessings coming in. Okay, you guys. So I hope you go through this video, take a few notes. Okay, we're simplifying our life. We're moving forward. We're watching how we talk to ourselves. We're getting into our stillness and into our wisdom. We're getting out in nature. We're just vibing. It's a whole vibe of just chill, receive, and feel into the next step. Okay, my loves. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated, or if this reading resonated, please let me know in the comments below. And please hit the like button. It really, really helps me grow this itty bitty baby channel, hopefully into something where I can help more people. So I hope this helped you today, tonight, and if it did, hopefully I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. If you chose this Carnelian, then this is your reading all about what you need to know right now. So I've already gone ahead and pulled some cards, but I also want to do a quick shuffle with these guys. For pile number 2. Pile number 2. Okay, pile number 2. Here we go. My sweet pile number 2s. You've definitely been through something. The end. No. You're going through I feel like just like some kind of defeat, some kind of something that has left you feeling kind of gutted, I want to say. And I feel like whatever this was is creating some kind of big spiritual shakeup. It's kind of very similar to pile 1. So if you felt drawn to pile 1, feel free to watch that one too. Currently, well, in the past, okay, here's what I want to say. We have begun this new beginning. And I feel like it took a lot of courage and bravery to move on from a certain situation. We've stepped out in faith, which Spirit really loves. And they're like so proud of you and so grateful to you for having the courage to do that. Some new beginning where we've had to like leave the past in the past. And now we're kind of going through this kind of awakening of learning how to be on our own 2 feet and learning how to build a solid foundation for ourselves. And I think there's this energy of wanting to win a little bit. It's like this juxtaposition of kind of feeling defeated and less than, mixed with this other side of wanting to win and kind of wanting to show people a little bit. But also an energy of determination and just being like, I'm not going down like this. You've experienced significant loss. And it may even have come in 3s. Like, you know, they say we always lose people in 3s or whatever. You may have experienced kind of 3 big, significant changes in your life. There's a lot of heartbreak here, pile 2. A lot of heartbreak. Conflict and defeat, emotional loss, heartache and loss. Sometimes life stings. Okay, that's devastating. Like, I just kind of want to cry. Part of this, if this resonates at all for you, if you believe this or into this, part of this stems from your past life. I feel like part of this is maybe like karma playing out or something playing out from past lives. Don't get all like weird into it or like it doesn't. All that we need to know is that if we're feeling super extra emotional, sometimes it's lifetimes of that. So where one person might just be like, oh, I'm sad today. Somebody else might feel gutted by it because if this is like about a relationship or something, it could be a relationship from a past life. So it feels deeper. It feels more intense. Actually, why is past lives here? What do we need to know about past lives? For some, you may have been married to somebody in a past life. And I think they also want you to know that you've done this before in a past life. I feel like this is like a repeating pattern that we're learning to break, and that is why it's so painful. So maybe like in a past life, let's say you were really wounded. So you were married to somebody and they cheated on you. And then the same thing happened in this lifetime. It's like you're getting the lesson again to do it differently. And I feel like you're doing it differently. But it's a lot. man, like it's painful. There's so much loss here, and you're so brave for going through all that you've gone through. A lot of loss. And we're kind of, as we're moving forward into this awakening, we're kind of teeter-tottering on having, not having the confidence and being determined, not having the, and it's like, which way are we gonna go? And Spirit is acknowledging the pain. They're absolutely acknowledging it. But it's not going to be forever. And I want to say, like, trigger warning. If anybody, I don't know, this is so much loss. Like, it kind of makes me a little nervous to, like, I'm not trained to deal with some of this sometimes. But what I want to say is that this has all been done for you to get you into your confidence, to get you into, like, to use that hurt and that loss as motivation to propel you into the world fully confident, like Gaston, Beauty and the Beast style, except not a dick or stupid, but just having more bravado, having more confidence, having more determination, more willpower, more strength to say yes to what is good for you and no to what no longer serves you. And that's where you're headed. And they're saying that the pain is going to last, for a bit, because that's what loss does. It's going to sting, but it isn't forever. You will feel it for a bit. Okay. But the more confident, the more that you grow, the more that you use this to be in your wisdom, the more that you use this to be in your heart, the greater the capacity you will have to feel again and to love again and to express yourself again and to want more for yourself than what you're used to. And you're already on this path, you guys. And I want to say that the hardest part is behind you, because you've taken the steps away from the past into this new beginning. But this is not a lifetime for the weak. You are some strong ass motherfuckers, pile 2. We've got take action with passion here. Okay. Yeah, use this in some way. Use all this wisdom you've acquired to take action and to help others with it, but to mostly help yourself with it. And then the good news is we've got travel here, and then we've got my travel card, faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. So to me, I feel like your blessings, if you're into travel, are going to be, you're going to be traveling. More travel is going to come into your life. If that's something that you've never been able to believe for yourself is happening, that's going to be happening for you. And I don't know the who, what, when, where, of why of it, but I feel like that's your blessing through all of this. So just keep going, because you're doing an amazing job. So many things have left you out in the cold. I feel like there's been like legitimate loss here, like potential loss of a loved one. But I also feel like this could be, relationship or childhood stuff where people made you feel less than. And you're really beginning to like learn how to see a situation for more than just the experience of it. It's like you're able to see like the why of it. You're able to see why things might be happening to you. And you're kind of beginning to understand that it's happening for you, not to you. Again, to like bring you into this confidence. I want to say like teacher-like energy a little bit. And I'm not saying you have to like be a teacher, but no, I want to trust that, because I've said teacher twice. They're like teaching or helping others. And even if you're not like a teacher, but just that wisdom that you have is going to help those around you So there's a lot about your own personal independence here, about being on your own 2 feet, having the confidence to find your own firm foundation, that sense of home within yourself. So I don't feel like you've ever had that. Yeah, there's so much we're learning right now, so much intuition, intuitively, that we know that things are going on behind the surface, and it just, there's a lot here about patience and planning as well. Like there's no rush into any of this. For some of you, this is a divorce that happened. For some of you, waiting for communication from somebody. This is all about you being in your independence before there's some kind of reaching out. Yeah, for some of you, this is about relationship for sure. For some of us, it's just kind of regrets from the past. And learning how to love ourselves, learning how to fill up our own cups. To really pour into ourselves, pour into that self-love. Kind of like coming home to ourselves. There's a lot of, it's just like a precious, beautiful, childlike energy. And I feel like it's like coming home to yourself. It's like you've made that little inner child that was so hurt in your childhood. You made that person a friend. You made that person a buddy. And so even when you feel alone in the world, it's like, I got you, buddy. And your little buddy's like, I got you too. Like, we're pretty cool. And so you're going out into the world feeling like, I don't fucking care. Like, what happens? Like, I'm not letting this kid down. And that's been coming out a little bit in my readings lately. And I think that you are discovering who you are for the first time, really. I feel like there's a lot you had to walk away from. I feel like there's a lot of opinions you've had to walk away from, identities of yourself. There's like a heaviness here, and I think that you just want to have some fun. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of, like, you've had to be very on the defense a lot. I feel like there's a lot of people that kind of have been telling you how to live your life. And I think it's just like, Spirit wants you to be so much in your confidence in who you are and your own foundation and your own independence, so that you can make choices where you get to honor what you want to do. So that you can have fun, so that you can go out and like travel and see the world. Maybe you've got people saying like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, you've got these responsibilities. And Spirit's saying like, no, this is your time to receive. You have very, very, very big, powerful energy pile too. And you've experienced loss. And I feel that heartache for your inner child. I feel that fear and that sadness and that purity of like so much loss. It's so much pain. But at the same time, like the identity of, I'm not playing by the rules anymore. I'm not playing by what you people want for me. There's a huge identity death here that has happened. It's a huge identity death of like self, of like who we believe ourselves to be, like has died. Like old Taylor can't come to the phone right now because she's dead. Like that kind of energy. I feel like you're a little bit in your reputation era of like, I'm doing what I want. And we are stepping into this beautiful Empress energy where she is fully on her throne. She is divine and she creates. She's a creator. She's the ultimate creatress. Just made that up. She's an amazing creator and she's very friggin' powerful. My favorite card in the deck. And I feel like you're getting into this energy of receiving. And as soon as you start making all those bold choices for yourself, it's like takeoff time. Literally, with the travel cards here. And I feel like that's what I almost feel like this is a pile of like, I just want to fucking fuck it all and travel. I just want to tell these motherfuckers to go fuck themselves and fucking travel. All the F words. Sorry, YouTube. And I think you're going to do that. And I think you're going to have to leave a lot behind to be able to do that. I think you're going to need to leave a lot behind. And that, again, that's not for the weak, pile 3. But Spirit wants you to stay determined. They want you to be resolute in what you believe to be true for yourself. They want you to plan out how to make this happen. They want you to be patient with yourself as you go through this process, because it's a marathon, not a sprint. But you are going to get there. And you're going to have extra bags with you of like heartache and loss. But for the first time, you're going to do what the fuck you want to do. And that's way applaudable. So, pile 2, that's your reading. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this reading helped you. If it did, please let me know in the comments. Please like this video. And please, if my readings resonate for you, please subscribe, because that helps my little itty bitty baby channel grow. And I just want to be able to help as many people as I can. And hopefully this helped you and I didn't trigger anybody too hard, but you're a remarkable pile 3, truly. So much strength here that you just had to go through to earn it. But you've been through a lot, so that's why you are the way that you are. But there's so much good coming for you. It's just kind of a scary transition. Okay, so hang in there. You have amazing, amazing, amazing things ahead. I'm so proud of you. All right, bye guys. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose this shell, then this is your reading. All about what you need to know right now. What do you need to know right now? I've already pulled some cards, but I want to shuffle a few to kind of get past, present, and future energy. Or pile number 3. Or pile number 3. Pile number 3, present. Number 3, future. I'll explain that evil laugh in a second. Okay, pile number 3. So you are my very spiritual pile. I feel like pile 3 is always kind of a spiritual pile. I feel like you're in a bit of a 40 days in the desert kind of energy. We really trusted our intuition and our third eye about something. We're really stepping into an energy of spirituality, into an energy of mastery. I feel like we're on a spiritual path. I feel like we're leveling up again and again. And I believe that there are things that we've gone through that have really Sorry, it's like an energy. Sometimes it's really hard for me to explain. I do my best. We'll get there. We're transitioning, okay? So you guys have done so much work. You're a very wise pile. You're a very spiritual pile. You've really mastered a lot of things about yourself. And in the world, you have a very good sense of things. What I want to say is that I'm so sorry because we've got like 3 patience cards. Patience, she who waits, patience, waiting, determination, patience, temperance. Right now, this is like, right now justice is playing out in your life, okay? You're on this spiritual ride and you're going through this transition. We've got desert passage, we've got crossing bridges. It's like going from one to the other. We are mending, we are healing, we are releasing, and it's all in the name of spirituality. It's like, you know why things are happening, you know what you have to do. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but you're stepping out in blind faith. And while you have faith, it's still annoying. It's still like, I'm doing this thing that y'all want me to do. And right now we're learning how to see things from a different perspective. I swear to God, this Hangman card, I hate the Hangman card. It's my least favorite in the deck. Clarify the Hangman. I feel like the lesson that you're, not the lesson, but what you're going through right now is this understanding that in order to get what you want, we have to do life differently. We have to see things from a different perspective. We have to live life in a different perspective. I feel like in the past, we put so much time and energy into things and it just drained us because it wasn't in alignment the way that we were going from A to B or A to Z. And I feel like you're learning to take action from a place of wisdom and balance and slow and steady than from the old ways of doing things. It's like you're using your intuition, you're tapping into that inner sense and that inner knowing to get from A to Z. There's a lot of like deeply wise, deeply slow, deeply wise moving energy. I mean, anybody that I know that is wise is not like quick to jump the gun, you know, like we're going to do this, we're going to do this. It's like, everything's fine. Nothing's a big deal. We'll think on it, you know, and then we'll make our choices. But justice is playing out in your life right now. And so I feel like as we transition, as we like take these steps on the spiritual journey, trust that everything's working out in your favor. Everything that you give out, you're going to get back. And let me tell you, you've given out a lot of really beautiful energy, a lot of wisdom. I'm sure you've helped a lot of people in various ways, even if you're not like a spiritual guru or whatever. In some way, you've kind of been a leader in your life from a spiritual perspective. And all of that you put into others and that you've learned and grown, like all of that knowledge you've acquired, all of the learning and the hours of dedication and the meditation and the journaling, all that stuff that you've done for yourself is going to come back to you. The Spirit wants to bless and reward you. It's just taking some time for those seeds to grow because you planted a whole bunch of seeds already and now they're just growing. Okay. They're growing underground, then they're going to sprout up into the sky, then they're going to bloom. You're transforming, pile 3. There's a lot of transformational energy. You're healing your heart. And you're learning, it's almost like Christ consciousness energy. I feel like you're learning, you know, I'm getting like enlightenment energy. You're learning how to do things from a heart perspective for the greater good. I feel like also we're going through this process so slowly because we're learning to forgive. We're forgiving our past self. We're forgiving others. We're really kind of taking a look at things that have happened in our life, you know, answers that we might want from people. And I feel like we're learning to see the higher perspective of it all. I also feel like we're really dreaming for the future ahead. And we've got beautiful energy here. We've got miracles, lots of butterflies, lots of transformation on these cards. A rebirth is assured. So, and I feel like you know this. I feel like you know you're on the precipice of something. And Spirit's just like getting you to spiritually up level to get you to a higher timeline, a higher vibration, to bring in all of these blessings, because you've really earned it. So this is a time to really enjoy your spiritual process, enjoy your search for truth, your enlightenment. You might be listening to, you know, spiritual podcasts, or listening to TED Talks, or, you know, reading books, or just you're studying something. You're, you know, continuing to grow and grow and grow. And Spirit wants you to dream big right now. Kind of be in a really dreamy energy of like what you want to manifest. Because I feel like you're on your way to help a lot of people. And they just want you to, like, there's so much that you already know, to trust your intuition, because you know what's going on in this journey. You really do. And you might be coming to this pick a card to kind of like get some answers. But the answers are all within, and it's just a matter of time and those things unfolding. Let me get some information on this card. Stormy Spirit. Clarify Stormy Spirit. I feel like oh, this can go like a lot of different ways. I feel like for some of us, there was a masculine energy in our lives that really was very... Actually, no, I feel like this is... Okay, so there could be somebody that's a very, very masculine energy in your life that's kind of a domineering in your life, that kind of really stirred up a lot of chaos in your life, a lot of shakeups. But I feel like this is you. I feel like old past restrictions, like this enlightenment is to get us up and out of old earthly habits, to walk away from, you're just up leveling spiritually. Like you can't do the same stuff that you did before, and you don't even want to. You're just like growing and evolving and growing, and it's like, I can't do all that old addictive stuff anymore, that like crappy mindsets, like all the, you know, excess, you know, you can't do that anymore because it's just, it's not in alignment with you. Like it just doesn't feel good. And you know that, like, because you've been doing this so long, you're like, I know that to be who I'm called to be, I can't have that stuff in my life anymore. And so I feel like you're really getting back on your throne through this spiritual journey, to be able to take movement in regard to the wisdom that you've learned. that make sense? It's like, trying to think, like Eckhart Tolle, you know, was, you know, depressed for many, many years. He was not happy. And then like one night he kind of has this awakening. And then just kind of like became a completely different person, like in a night. And so I feel like for you, it would be like if Eckhart Tolle was like, oh, but I still think, these, like he just was like a different person. And I feel like spirit is just letting you, it's a really bad example. They want you to be empowered enough to be on your throne, to take action, to be that different person. And I don't feel like this awakening is happening like that kind of awakening, but it would, like, imagine if Eckhart Tolle was like, oh, I don't know, we wouldn't have all those wonderful books. So this is being done for you right now, this spiritual journey, this awakening, this up-leveling, this enlightenment, to get you to begin to move forward, to get you on your throne, to release the old, and to begin to step forward. Because I feel like in some ways, like, I feel like you're really strong and resilient, pile 3. I feel like in some ways it's almost like a weight. It's like a burden. It's like, you know that you've got something you're supposed to do here on earth, and it's just kind of, it's just a bit intense. And it's like, man, I could have just been an accountant. Like, I could have just like had a normal life. I could have just, and I feel like you feel the weight of your calling almost. And you know you can't do things the way that you used to. And that's hard. That's like a death of self. And pretty much whatever you pour into right now, like where your energy goes, energy flows. And so I feel like you putting yourself into the spiritual, into growing and evolving, you're just going to get so much back. And it might be hard to see that, because right now you might be thinking like, I kind of feel like it's a little bit like, what about me? Like, I know I've got this purpose and I know I've got this path, but like, do I get to be happy in any of this, or do I just get to help people my entire life? And that sounds super selfish, and that's not at all, I feel like, how you guys feel. But I just feel like you're still human, you still have like ambitions and dreams, and spirit's like, I got dreams for you. And you're just kind of like, but what about my dreams? And they're not saying that your dreams aren't going to come true. I think just right now, you're doing a lot of shedding. Where is this all going, you guys? Where is this all going? Too many. They're not saying. That's why it's a spiritual journey. That's why you're supposed to trust your intuition. Why we've got third eye here and the Hierophant here, and all these spiritual cards. It's like they're just like got 3 of Pentacles. Like they're just building something. You're building something. You don't know what the fuck it is. We've got strength here. Your strength. And I think you just want to get to the end of the day to be like, what is the thing? Like, what is this already? Like, I'm doing all the things, I'm showing up, and I'm doing the things. But right now we're just building, we're building, we're building. We've got 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands here. And to me, those are 2 huge building cards. And they're saying like, keep building, keep building, keep building, keep building. Because you've got strength here. You've got the strength to do it. And this is going to bring in abundance for you. And it's going to make you, whatever this is, it's just going to make you feel like a kid again. And I feel like there's such, whenever threes show up, I always get like teamwork with spirit, collaborating with others, building a team around you. And I think it's massive change that it just is like, requires fucking faith. And that is so hard. And I'm feeling called to read this one. I don't typically read these, but I want to read what this is for you. If I am being triggered to remember the past, I can enjoy the warm memories, but must recognize they're ephemeral. Emotion can color my recall and distort my understanding of what is happening today. I acknowledge and heal old wounds. I can experience security today, enveloped in the arms of divine love. There is no need to return to the illusion of a golden era of yore, because I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Authentic healing and joyfulness will be mine if I stop rekindling the emotions of the past. Forgiveness, forgiveness. Yeah, this is justice playing out. And I think for some of you, Spirit is letting go of situations, people, circumstances that we know we have to let go of to get us into our purpose, to get us into a higher timeline. And I feel like these situations are kind of just sucking us down. And I feel like our heart is so big that it's hard to move on. Like I want to cry a little bit. Pile 3. It feels very lonely. Like it feels like such faith. Like it feels like biblical. It feels like those David moments or Noah moments or Moses, you know, where they're just like, everybody hates them and God is demanding all this stuff of them. And they're just like, what the fuck? You know, but they're faithful. They're still faithful. And then on the other side of it, it's like, oh, okay. And I feel like we're just really looking forward to being on the other side of it. But you're resilient, strong motherfucker. So keep doing it, Pile 3, because you're doing it well. And I think you know that you're revered, and I think you know that Spirit really loves you, and that you have a very strong purpose. And that's why I think you keep moving forward one step at a time. But do your best to find forgiveness. Do your best to kind of dream about the future so we're not stuck in the past. Be whimsical and romantic about the things that could happen, the people that you could help, just your own dreams even. And just, you know, look at this pretty card. She who dreams. Dream of these miracles come in, if you can see those. There are miracles coming in for you to get the justice for all of the beautiful things you've done. You will be repaid for all of this suffering and all of this hard work. Okay, Pile 3. If this resonates for you, please let me know in the comments. And if you liked this reading, please like it. It helps me so much as well if you subscribe as I try to grow this itty bitty baby channel. Okay. But if not, I will see you next time, hopefully. And I hope you have a great rest of your spiritual journey. Just kidding. I love you, Pile 3. You're remarkable. I can't wait to see what you do in the world. And keep the faith. By Billy Joel. Bye, you guys. Hey, pile number 4, if you chose this, you are strong, rock. Then this is your reading all about what you need to know right now. Hold on. It's kind of petered out. There we go. Alrighty, pile 4. So I went ahead and pre-shuffled some cards, but I'm going to shuffle these guys just to get some past, present, and future energy. So let's see. Right into my face. Okay, for pile number 4. Okay, pile number 4. Past. Oh, it's too many. Number 4 present. All right, pile number 4. I feel like currently the rose-colored glasses are coming off with you guys. And I feel like we're beginning to see things as they really are. In the past, I feel like we've had to set some really clear boundaries. And we've begun to manifest a new life for ourselves. It seems like, you know, collective energy, we've all kind of gone through some stuff in the past that we're all moving on from. And I feel like you've really done that, and that it hasn't been easy for you to set those boundaries, because we got the 6 of Cups here as well. So I feel like we've had to set boundaries with situations in our past that once upon a time were really beautiful, and I feel like that was really hard to do. But you've begun manifesting, you've begun like being in your own 2 feet, you've begun really pouring all of that energy back into yourself. And right now we're just kind of really seeing things for how they are. And I feel like we're really moving into a time of power and strength. And this is kind of a little bit similar to pile 3, that justice is playing out for us right now. What we have given out, we are getting back. And that has required moving on from certain things in our past, to be able to move forward. You are moving into a lot of leadership, and this is divinely guided. We've got a card of protection here. This moving on was all done for you, not to you, to get you into this energy of power so that you can get into this energy of leadership. Because I feel like there's a lot of purpose here. This is also to get you, like really sturdy, like super solid money, super solid strength, super solid, like, knowledge and awareness of self, like your self-identity. They want you super strong. And I think that's because of all this leadership energy that you're coming into, and I'm sure you've had it your whole life, but that you're really coming into these opportunities that are beginning to happen for you. And I feel like, where is I going with that? I feel like we've had to let go of that stuff to put us in a place of power to be able to be in these leadership positions. It's like because we have to be sturdy across the board. There it is. We have to be sturdy across the board from top to bottom. Definitely financially on our own 2 feet, spiritually, psychologically, like emotionally. we need to have a solid foundation, because when we're in these leadership positions and people come for us, we can't give a fuck. We have to be strong and resilient and able to take it. And so that's why we're really having to go through this painful, almost like a ripping apart of leaving the past behind, because we can't take anything with us on that journey. And we're learning what we deserve, and we're learning leaders know what they're worth. Leaders know what they're capable of. And I feel like there were situations in the past that just did not give back what you put out, whether that's a job, career. For some of us, this means moving on from really shitty jobs and being entrepreneurs. For some of this could be relationship stuff where people just weren't putting in the amount that you were, and it was like you had to leave those people in the past, no matter how heartbreaking that was, to get you into a place of power, to get you into a place of this leadership. You know, like it's all purpose. There's all purpose for it. There's very divinely guided direction here happening. You're expanding, you're growing. And if people aren't able to expand and grow with you, you know, it's hard to say that you're outgrowing people, but I feel like where you're headed, it's not that those people are bad or wrong or bad people or, you know, not good enough, like you're so much better. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that your goals are different than theirs now. Maybe back in the day there was an alignment there, but I feel like at some point, because with those boundaries that you've had to set and how hard that was for you, I feel like you deserve to get back what you put out. And I think you're still learning that you're worthy of that, and you're still learning the why behind that. But you are learning it. And it's probably pretty painful. But I also feel like you're coming into this energy of understanding your own power and understanding the purpose that, you know, the universe has for you. And so that makes it a little bit easier. But, you know, none of my piles tonight have, like, not for the weak, man. Like these are my viewers are awesome. Like they're really, if you've come to these piles, y'all have seen some shit, you've grown through some shit, and you're moving on to like beautiful lives. I'm getting very strong 666 energy. So if you have been seeing 666 recently, I feel like that might be messages that, you know, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, that they're around cheering you on. I feel like they're like you're doing all the things right, pile 4. You are strong. I think you know that. I think you absolutely know that. I think it's funny we have the strength card literally with that rock here. Right now, you're in a time of renewing yourself. You're in a time of seeing your worth. You're in a time of seeing people for who they are, situations for what they are. You're in a time of like not wanting to stay stagnant. You're in a time of not wanting to live the lives of everyone around you. I feel like it just doesn't excite you anymore, and you're ready to grow and expand and step into like your real purpose here. You're creating a life for yourself. Anything you can do to work on your heart chakra, to be in an energy of openness and an energy of that feminine energy of receiving, to know your direction. And when you're kind of like, I feel like this is a very singular individual path. I don't feel like you have a lot of people around you right now, and that might feel very a little could be a little bit lonely. But Spirit doesn't want you to feel lonely in this journey. Like you're stepping into a whole new way of being, a whole new territory. And no idea what's going on, what's next. And they're just saying like, you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. Don't question it. You're being divinely guided. And your path is divinely protected. You're creating a really like Empress energy. You're creating a very creative, powerful leadership energy for yourself right now. And I think they just want you to know you're doing a good job and you're doing it perfectly and you're doing all the things you're supposed to be doing, as, you know, hard or as easy as that may be. Anything else from my pile of fours? Trust the expansion, trust the growth, trust the glasses coming off and seeing things for as they are. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, the Chariot. Damn. Woo. The call. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you're stepping into some leadership. It's not just leadership. It's like, it's a lot. This is Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana, and 2 really amazing cards. 10 of Pentacles. This isn't actually 2 Major Arcana. 10 of Pentacles energy, legacy energy, legacy money, like looking back on your life and all you've created and being like, damn, I created that. Amazing card to have. Like you're building foundations right now, and you're just going to keep building. Like you've spent the past saying, I no longer accept the sand, and you started manifesting this ground, this rock beneath you, and now you're starting to build all of this stuff for yourself to bring yourself into this 10 of Pentacles energy. You are doing it quickly. You're doing it balanced because you just know more than you used to. You know that you can't move forward in an unstable way. You know that you can't hustle yourself to death. You know that you also need to rest. You know that you also need to play, that you need to work hard. You know, it's like you're learning that beautiful balance between, you know, the juxtaposition between pretty much everything, all masculine and feminine energy, spirituality versus practicality. And that's all just kind of your going for it. You're answering this call with this Judgment card here. We've got Judgment and Justice. Whew. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. We are doing this all from a heart space of emotion, our heart. You know, we're no longer like thinking our way into our life. We're opening up our heart so that we can be creative and be emotional and not block ourselves off to these blessings. It's a very beautiful receiving energy. And then we have 9 of Pentacles, which is a card of, you know, independence and freedom. And, you know, you've built so much, you've done so much. It's being independent, it's being free, it's being, you know, having this ability to move with complete independence, like not worrying about the opinions of others. And all of this stuff is coming to you because you've acknowledged your power and you've set strong boundaries. And these are the gifts coming in for you because you're like, I'm not doing this shit anymore. If you want to be in my life, if you, you know, want me to work for you, if you want me to stay in this family, like you're just setting these boundaries and you're stepping into your power and you are creating some magnificent shit, pile 4. Whew. The King of Pentacles here, Queen of Cups, Pentacles, like there's definitely like, this is a money year for you in leadership. So that's really freaking exciting. And the guidance is just to like keep going, to trust, have faith, stay in balance, keep doing what you're doing. There isn't really a whole lot of guidance here except to just keep opening your heart, opening your heart. You maintain those boundaries. You're doing a great job, Pile 4. Okay? Great, great job. Keep going. All right? Okay, Pile 4, if you like this video, if it resonated for you, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to cheer you on and hear about all of your successes and all that you've been through. Also, please like this video and please subscribe, as it helps this little bitty channel grow, and hopefully I can help more people. Okay, so thank you so much, you guys, for being here. You're freaking amazing. Love and light to you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.